Yo, it's Mo. I am going to go over a pattern that's going to keep money in your pocket, and you are going to miss so much of the downside that you don't need to experience, because you'll have this pattern in your pocket, and this is called the head and shoulders pattern. So when I think about this, I think of a head, and let's just draw a neck. I'm not the best artist in the world, but this is what I'm looking at. My head, and here are my shoulders. And what I'm basically looking for is a pattern that's going to fit this. Now, this is a very bearish pattern. What's going to happen is you're going to climb up, create some type of peak even higher in the middle, not be able to eclipse the previous peak, and then you're going to have a very big fall on hand. And that is what the head and shoulders pattern is basically going to look like. So I'm going to use Apple right here as my first example. So what I'm looking for here is saying, this was back in March through today, basically. So here was my head, and then I saw my shoulder here and my second shoulder here. And what happened after that? That is when I experienced this big decline in Apple. There were a lot of stocks out like this back when March and April were happening, all of that volatility, and really into April and through May, that you really found a lot of head and shoulders patterns developing. And you could have gotten out, not at this peak. It's very hard to get out up here, because when you have this happening, you really don't notice in this little frame right here that a head and shoulders pattern is developing. It's not easy to see. But when you have your head up here, a shoulder here, and you start to see that second shoulder, you notice right in here, I'm going to draw a box around these couple of days, right in there. That's when we notice that, hey, I got a little bit of a price spike. I had a long wick on one of those days, and that wick, it worked out about even with my other shoulder. And that's how you know that maybe this is coming, and that is exactly what happened. Let's go to Amazon. Amazon is a stock that is developing right now. So Amazon isn't there, but I am expecting that we are going to see something bad on Amazon. Here's your head, here's your one shoulder, here's your other shoulder. Now, what we're waiting for, of course, is this. And what I expect to happen on Amazon is for it to drop below this $100 level, and it's just going to start going lower and lower and lower, because this is the perfect head and shoulders pattern that is setting up. So I want everybody to follow Amazon over the next couple of weeks and see if this pans out. There's a good chance that it's just going to go sideways, or sideways and just slowly decline. But I do think that there's going to be a big drop, and once it drops below that $100 number, that's when you're going to start to really see the fall. So when you understand these patterns, the more you understand these patterns, of course, the less you're going to fear, and the more money you're going to keep in your pocket. Catch you on the Flippy Flop.